Hey there, everyone. I thought it would be fun to walk along with Con and I as we go on our daily walk through the beautiful streets of Bangkok, Thailand, and talk about real estate and some of the cautionary tales that I've learned over the years. Real estate is actually my absolute favorite industry, and that's because there's so much to it. There's so many things you can do, so many ways you can do real estate. And especially once you're in commercial real estate, you realize that, gosh, you can do property management, project management, and the list just doesn't stop. There's an unbelievable amount of things you can do in real estate. Since I was in real estate for over 20 years in various capacities, there's a lot I can add to this conversation. I have seen the behind the scenes of real estate that I think I can add some information that is helpful. Let's start with the top 3 things I really love about real estate. Number 1, you don't have to be highly educated to get into it. Number 2, it rewards hard work. And number 3, there is absolutely no ceiling. It's such a great place to start. Now I'm going to talk about the cautionary tales about real estate. And I'm really coming from my own experience and my own opinion. And it's also coming from the lens of a person who is a builder and who has watched builders. So the first cautionary tale is that it rewards hard work. In other words, you sell a house, you get an award. Sell a lot of houses, you get an award. And all this is excellent. It also doesn't equal assets. So the only thing that you end up having is a list, which is also very important. I know we had brokers at our firm that, what they were coming with was a book of business and a list, but really the awards itself does not equal the assets. So the only thing that you could be selling if you were going to sell your business would be your list and your personality. And that makes it very, very fragile at the end of the day. And I have seen a lot of people that have died on that vine and burnt out so bad and that they couldn't do anything else. Another huge trap is not having any enterprise behind your high income. So let's say you are making $200,000, $500,000, $1 million, but you do not have anything behind that business. So it's just high earning. You're able to bring in a lot of money from selling real estate, but you don't have any assets. You don't have monthly recurring revenues. That means you are forced to like an absolute maniac in order to make that every month. So it becomes very, very fragile because the industry changes. There's things that come up and changes in real estate rules, and the economy changes. The president does something that you don't like, or whatever happens. It just makes it very fragile. So you have to think further than just the high income and what can be aided behind that. Once you make the high income, I've been there. I made $700,000 in a year, and then all of a sudden things start to change. So it's important that you build an enterprise underneath the high income, especially when you have high income coming in. Architect an enterprise underneath your business. The last one is that real estate is easy to become addicted to the hustle. And what that kind of looks like is, you're making the money, you're getting the awards, and you just say, let me just work a little harder and harder and harder until you completely burn out. If I just get a few more deals, if I just work a little bit more hours, and it's encouraged over and over again, and it's easy to just be addicted to the hard work and addicted to the accolades and addicted to all of that, but it does not equal a long-term business. And so one of the things I realize about real estate, it is the best industry, but only if you make a real conscious effort to move forward. And that is from agent to operator to owner to architect. Otherwise, it's just the fastest way to make a lot of money, look successful, and not have anything transferable. And that's the cautionary tale of it all. If you really want to know how to do that, get on my waiting list for my new book that's coming out called Beyond Hustle. It should be coming out this June, and I'm excited for it. So get on the waiting list and be one of the first people to get the book. I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day.